Good morning, Chuck Baker. I've got Officer Zach Upton with our San Angelo Police Department with us this morning, and good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir, man. We've got a number of things going on that we want to talk about, a couple of different things in particular. One, protecting your credit cards out there because there's a big scam going on. Tell me about it.
Yes, we had some of the gas stations that found skimmers on their pumps, and the thing that was a little bit different about these is usually it sort of clips on over the card reader. So whenever you swipe your card, it'll just pretty well adds a little bit and it swipes it then. But these are actually installed inside of the pump. Somebody managed to get the key to get into the pump and hook them up. So it was just that we know of just one type of store, the Star Stops, they got hit by it. So of course we advise all the other stores to check to make sure they don't have them as well. But just be extra cautious when using your credit card at the pumps now. You might consider going inside or paying cash.
Absolutely.
At least for, the next week or two, just to make sure everything's cleared up before you start doing that. Just be a little extra cautious. Or if you still want to do it, you can use it and just be sure to monitor your account quite well to make sure there's no extra charges showing up or anything. Hopefully we got them all.
Hopefully so, man.
Yes.
I hope so. I'm one that will certainly take a few extra steps to go inside and avoid that situation,
Yes.
If at all possible. Well, thanks for the heads up on that.
And there's some video of the suspects that were actually getting into it, so hopefully we can get them and stop the problem before it gets any worse. So at least they know we're on them.
They know you're watching.
Yep.
Good. Very good. All right. Now, I remember when you were going through apps here a while back, looking for new recruits and everything. Where are we at with that?
We actually did their final boards a week before last, and we hired 14 of them.
Yay!
So they'll be starting the academy on the 29th. So good thing we got an extra day this month. Not very many people get to start something on the 29th of February. But they'll start their academy on February 29th and then should be finishing up towards the end of the year with that. And then they'll go into their field training. So we won't actually see an effect from them for about a year longer from now. So
about a year from now, and then they'll start patrolling.
That we'll see them on their own on patrol, and it's actually, extra manpower at that point. So
and folks, this is no easy thing to get into to join our San Angelo Police Department. Because it kind of take us through the process because it's pretty rigorous.
Yes, it does. It actually takes a very long time as well. We had our test back in August, and we're just now getting close to hiring them from that test.
Background checks.
Yes, they do a written test, a PT test. Then they do their background investigation, which includes a polygraph for lie detector. And then they do a final oral board, which is pretty well put you in a chair in the middle of a room with people all around you, and it's kind of
talk.
it's kind of an intense situation. So it kind of shows you how well they can deal with stress and remain calm in situations. And then once they pass that, they then still have to do medicals and psychologicals and physicals. And then once they're through all that, we can finally get them started.
Now I got to ask you. Okay, we're down to 14. How many did you start with?
I believe it was right around 75 that we started with.
That says a lot there for the fact that you want the cream of the crop to come in.
And 14 is a pretty good number. Our last group that actually is about done with their training and should be hitting the streets on their own. They're already out doing training with other officers, but on their own, I believe, in the next month or so. There's 9 in that group, and then the group before them was only, I believe, 4.
Wow.
So 14 is a pretty good group.
Absolutely. Now, I don't want to put you on the spot, but do we know approximately when the next opportunity to apply for the police department is coming up?
Since we just finished, we haven't set our dates. I would hope that somewhere around the April range, we'd be having another round. That way we can have them ready by the end of the year. So when this group's finished, we can get the next group going. Because if we wait too long, like I said, with it taken between the test date and when they're on their own, you have a year of training plus, about a 6-month hiring process. So it's a year and a half. So we got to sort of predict where we're going to be at in a year and a half. So looking that far in advance, hopefully we get something going pretty quick. But when we do, we'll have radio commercials and definitely be advertising it.
Very good. Very good. And one last question I want to ask you about is, I've seen you out there some. How are things rolling at the rodeo this year?
It's definitely, since the weather's a little nicer than last year, it's not frozen. So
Yeah.
so it's definitely
Thank
a little busier
goodness.
than last year. But I mean, overall, it's been flowing pretty good. I know Saturday after the parade, the parking lots got pretty full, so things were getting jammed up. But Sunday with the Super Bowl, you kind of had a different crowd that was out at the carnival that day, so everything flowed pretty good. But this weekend's supposed to be really nice, so definitely be cautious, pay attention. There's a lot of officers directing traffic. Just go where they're telling you, because
They're not kidding about that.
We're kind of guiding you where the parking spots are. They drive through the lot to find parking spots, and we guide you to them as we can. So.
All right.
And then once it's full, we just patrol and make sure there's no one breaking into cars, and good luck finding a spot.
Officer Zach Upton, if you're just joining us, bringing us up to date on the state of things with our San Angelo Police Department, and I appreciate all the information and also the warnings about people watching out for that credit card skimmer that's out there.
Yes, sir.